Yo, 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 what's up, ladies?
Hey,
what's up?
Hello.
What's up to everybody and anybody that's viewing? Welcome to Women of Purpose podcast, aka that WOPP to wet them ears up. Let's read some
I
things.
love it.
Some things. I'm Kat, and I'm gonna let the ladies introduce themselves. Alyssa, you can start.
All right, I'm Elissa. I am the host and creator of the Dick and Conversation podcast, heard on Amazon, iHeart, Pandora, Spotify, and seen on YouTube. It is a podcast to encourage women to, have yourself together because it started off as stories about how I had to overcome after my divorce and start all over with a reset and know nothing and start all over. And as I amassed things and things came back in my life, I tried to jump back in the dating pool and found out the pool dirty.
Baby, the pool got some
The
things
pool is
in it.
dirty. Got some floaters. But still, they were all good guys. They just had their issues. And I discovered that they just weren't for me. And so, it's cautionary tales for young women who are going through those things. And for us older women, if you are going through what I've gone through and going through, make you realize you're not crazy. You're just a woman having a shared experience. So it happens on Tuesdays, sometimes every week, sometimes it's not every week, but listen to Dick and
Yeah,
Conversation podcast, and I'm the host.
that's dope. That's dope. Sip and chat. Go ahead, Miss Shay
So,
Park.
I am Shay Parker, the content creator and the host of Sip and Chat, where we talk about everyday issues. And I am on Facebook Monday nights at 8.
All right.
Okay, for sure, for sure. Miss Ready Real.
Hi,
I'm Rail, formerly known as Big Rail in the community, community activist, a nonprofit, transportation service, up and coming author, and soon to be podcaster. So you can find me on Facebook, Rail Tyler.
And we got Latanya coming in too later on. She'll be popping in with us. That's our fifth co-host. It's five of us. It was gonna take a lot of love to come on this stream and talk to y'all. We need a lot of different perspectives when we coming in as women trying to advise. I don't just
Absolutely.
think that one woman should just do that.
hmm
So first thing I wanted to come in and kind of talk about is the grief process and how it can affect our daily lives. We got a lot of things going on in Saginaw right now where a lot of people are dealing with hardships. They're dealing with grief. They're dealing with loss. They're dealing with murders. They're dealing with a lot of stuff. So I just wanted to chime in and get y'all's thoughts on that and what you think we can do to better cope with the things that are going on around us. Um, Real, you can start off. So I know you being off in the community a lot, so I want to hear what you think.
Um, well, number one, my heart goes out to the families. I send my deepest condolences and love. Um, it's tragic what's going on. It's very tragic. Um,
Yeah.
being in a lot of the community meetings and those front door meetings when I was there, we used to, what they call them front porch call meetings. We used to go out when things would happen. We lack a lot of resources.
Mm.
We do. We lack a lot of resources.
Yeah.
Um, and that's part of the problem. We lack a lot of care. It's almost as if people have given up on Saginaw. It's like the more stuff happen, it's like they don't have hope. Everybody don't keep pushing like we do. You know what I'm saying? We just keep hope
Right.
alive in our city and we just keep pushing, trusting and believing, that there's going to be a change. You got to understand the mindset right now of the city is kind of warped and it's kind of down. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
with that mind frame being that way, we don't have a lot of support in trying to save the youth because if you look at it, there's no old heads killing. I mean, I'm not saying they haven't done any murders, but what I'm saying is
Right.
majority of
Yeah.
what's going on is the youngins. And I'm gonna be 100, and if I must be transparent, I'm raw
Yeah.
individual, so I like to be transparent. I like to just shoot for the
Speak
target.
your mind, sister.
Um, I blame the OGs. I'm gonna just be 100 with it. I blame them
Yep.
because
Put it
now
on
that
the
y'all
floor.
back sitting back, chilling, you feel me? Y'all sending these kids out into the community, to avenge beef or issues that y'all have, and I think that's about the most ignorant you can be. Especially
Yeah.
growing up in this day and age. I guess they're forgetting they have youngins coming up. You got your kids, your nephews, and it's
Right.
like people don't realize until it's at their front door. Or
Mhm.
sometimes people are
Yep.
not even caring because it's not at their front door. Like, I know it's killing, but they don't want to protest. They don't want to get out here and see what change they can make because it ain't them. And then when it becomes them, now you want the support of the community. No, I think it's not the Emmett Till mom said it the best. When it comes to the youth, it bets to be the business of all of us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people always don't worry about it until it's them. I fortunately have not lost pretty much anyone to violence like that, but I've lost, close enough people and friends. And so, even though it's not my child, I'm going to be 10 toes in it like it's my child because it could have very well been my child.
Right. Exactly.
My child was in a situation
Yeah.
of which prompted me to move right before we moved. Him and his best friend used to run around. My son was running away, getting involved in things. And I beat the pavement for my son to get him locked up. And to a lot of people, it's like, why would you lock your son up? I'd rather get a phone call, mom, hey, for 15 minutes,
Come
than to
on
get a
now.
call from the
Good.
morgue talking about come
Right.
see about
And
your
you never
son with
hear
his
from
toe
them
tag. You
again.
get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do whatever it takes for mine. Some people not
Yes.
willing to do that because I'm not my son's friend. I'm his parent.
Mm-hmm.
And I will always
Amen,
be his
sis.
parent. I'll take that 20, 30 minutes or a day or two of hate or dislike for a lifetime of seeing my son get him across that
Absolutely.
stage. You know what I'm saying? Like my son lost his friend. I'm not sure if you remember the story. I think it was like last year. My son was running away with this boy all the time. And I think 48 hours after I got my son incarcerated, that boy was found dead in an abandoned basement. And all I could do is just look up and start
To
thanking
God
God
be
because it
credit.
could have been my son. This boy was with my son every day. So my son could have been in that basement. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? And so that right there was enough. Before that, it was enough for me because I'm looking at all other people. You know what I'm saying? You have to always put in mind this could be me. This could be
Mm-hmm.
my cousin, my sister, my aunt, my brother,
Yeah.
nephew. So I've always beat the pavement for the youth because I have children and I just care. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to know you to care. I'm close with some women on this internet I've never met in my life. We've never been in the same room. We've never had each other personal phone calls. But when I
Mm-hmm.
see something going on with them, baby, I don't got to tell the internet. I get right in their inboxes like, baby, I'm
See?
praying for you. I get to send it encouragement. What
Say
can I
you
do?
okay?
What
You
resource
good?
can I be?
Yep.
How can I be of some assistance? If it ain't nothing but, hey, baby, you can video chat me. We can sit out here and cry all night. Let me go get my tissue.
Mm-hmm.
Probably go grab my wine, but I'm there. You get what I'm saying? Because
Right.
it's a lot. It's a lot to carry. I'm transparent, so I don't care if it ever gets tough for me. Like Shay, she's reached out to me. She don't know me. She just know what she sees and what
Right.
God has given her to see in me. And I thank her because I'm gonna be honest. There's some days I was crumbling, baby, and she came through, and I'm like,
Uh,
okay, God, won't you do it? I see how you playing with it. Okay,
right.
that's what's up because I needed that. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
strong people need stronger people. You know what I'm saying? Or they need a strong person. Someday I need to lay my burden down like, sis, I ain't got it today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm breaking at the seams
Right.
today, sis. I can't be positive today. I need, and we
Mm-hmm.
need that. And I think if we just start
Yeah.
building up not only the children, we have to build up the parents. Because some of these parents get
Oh,
so
we.
tired
That's
to
it.
the point where they like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm
Yeah.
tired. Let me tell you, I was a parent that was almost there. It's just something in me just kept saying, girl, you can't get tired. You can't. You feel me? You can't get tired.
Yeah.
So every
Yeah.
time I got tired, I was thankful for the safe spaces in other people that I had to let me know, okay, let me put my arm on this side. Let me put this. Yeah, my team has had to carry me some days. And they,
Mm-hmm.
hey, look,
Right.
okay, you probably don't want to do it. This is what we gonna do. We gonna get to searching in this neighborhood. We'll do this. And I thank God for those people. And that's why I try to be those people. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
my personality is reflected on Facebook. Yes, I talk a bunch of stuff and I am very raw. I have a I don't care attitude, but I'm very loving. What I believe in, I'm passionate about. Like I go 10 toes. I will go to the City Hall, argue with the mayor. No, ma'am. Like,
Yeah.
I do that. Like, girl, we have lunch or
And
something, but nah,
sometimes it's
not today.
necessary to be that.
And you have to do
It's
that. And that's
necessary.
why, even though I'm not there, whatever's needed of me, if I got to fly back in, I've had a few people like, I want to do this, I want to do that. Okay, let me know how I can be of assistance. You know what I'm saying? I just
Right.
took a break from a lot of community things that I've done or been doing just because I got things in life I'm trying to take care of. Sometimes your
Right.
focus is there. You get what I'm saying? I have to focus here because I've given so much of me to the community. I don't regret it at all. I do not, especially when I get
Yeah.
those calls and messages like, girl, you saved my life. I was about to kill myself. Like,
Yeah.
girl, was you? Like,
Make it
you
all
know,
worth it.
Like,
it
don't do
makes it
that.
worth it. It
Glad you
makes
didn't
them
do that.
long nights, them long sleepless nights. If that, like, when they ask me if I could do it all over again, what would I do differently? Go harder. That's what I would
Mhm.
do differently. I would go a little harder. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing I would do
Right.
differently. The time I take away from my children, my family, it's all worth it because on top of that, I'm showing my children you have to be selfless. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people are dying because we got selfish people. We need to be selfless. You get what I'm saying? Because your son,
Right.
I'm gonna teach my son not to kill your son. You get what I'm saying? So I need you to
See?
teach your son not to
Yeah.
Yeah.
kill my son. And
Mhm.
so we don't
Right.
have that mentality as parents in Saginaw. A lot of the parents want to stoop to the level of the kids, like, oh, you messing with my kid, and they get in the trenches
Uh,
with their kid. No, baby, I'm out there snapping on my kid, snapping on your kid, letting them know life is short, baby. This is not what we do. We are supposed to be together. Like, I'm not one of them parents. My son
mhm.
wrong, he 10 toes in his accountability on being wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing it's lacking, accountability. You know what I'm
That's
saying? It's
it.
always
That's huge.
it's an excuse of, oh, well, we're doing this, or if they hadn't have done, no, it's no, no, no. Sometimes we got to shut up.
I'm gonna say this, that it's sometimes you can do everything you can as a parent. Children just go off and make decisions rashly sometimes. That's why you got to be so close up on them so that you
Yeah,
can catch those times when they get negative influences from their friends, or
yeah,
the music is becoming too much and they actually trying to live it. You know what I mean? Those kinds of things are the things you have to pay attention to with children. They got video games where they sit and they desensitize these kids to murdering people all day long.
yeah.
They don't even
Mhm.
care about your brain splattering and stuff. They doing it. They seeing it all the time, simulated on these video games. Don't
Mm-hmm.
nobody come in and take them off because it's keeping them out of their face. It's keeping them out of their hair. The kids ain't bothering me if they playing this game. The game is
Mhm.
babysitting these kids all day and teaching them how to be murderers. They know how to
Yeah.
take the guns apart. They know what kind of guns they is. They know them when they see them. Like, if you sit up and ask a child that sit up and play them games, what kind of gun is this? And they gonna tell you the
They
Mm-hmm.
ins
know
and
it.
outs of that gun and got
All
it from
that.
that game. The same way they train soldiers. They training our children under our nose and we don't even realize it. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
there's just so much stuff geared towards violence, and then there's lack of hope here in the city. Kids lose hope when things start to happen so many times back to back and nothing's changing, and you don't have a chance to catch a breath from your cousin died, then your brother died, and your parents is going down, and you know what I mean? It's so much stuff that is a pressure in so many areas on our children that it's important that our community come together to help them, because simply they don't have nobody else sometimes.
Mhm.
And if you leave a water hose out there spraying, it's gonna spray all around and all around. It's gonna get on everything until somebody catch it and stop it from
Yeah.
going. So
Yeah.
that's the way I feel about it. How Lisa, what's your thoughts?
I think too, a lot of what's missing is the connection. Like a lot of, like you were saying about in the community, a lot of these kids don't even realize they're cousins,
Yeah.
or that was my
Brother,
mom's
Yeah,
sister.
best friend, right? Their brother, sister, and they doing these
your parents'
violent
friends.
child, and then these violent acts happen. They come together, and it's like, that's whose son got killed. That's your cousin.
Yeah.
That was my best friend's child. That's my cousin's child. They don't understand that they're all really connected. I mean, in Saginaw, everybody's 3 degrees of separation. Like I
Mhm.
It's too
went
small.
straight to school, my brother, and Pat,
Yes.
and Kat, you work with my student. Like everybody pretty much
Yeah,
knows everybody, but the kids don't know. They don't know how
Mhm.
they're connected. And I think that if they
yes,
start to put a connection, put a relationship to the people that's within the community, it would have more heart to it. Like, you not gonna kill this
Yeah.
person because that's your cousin. You're not gonna even beef with this person because you know that's your cousin. You know that's your mama's other half brother, sister's child. You're not gonna do that.
Right.
I think that that's kind of missing because when we grew up, I mean, everybody that lived in the same neighborhood, we all played together. And then when you went up your cousin's house, you got to know the kids that was in that neighborhood. It seemed like it's not there anymore. It's disjointed.
Right.
Like, you got school of choice. You might live on the east side, but you go to school in the township. So all your friends are township people, but you don't know the people that live in your neighborhood. And that kind of has that disconnection of where there should be a system and a network in place where it touches your heart, where you don't even want to beef with this person or have a cross word with this person because they live in your neighborhood, or that's my cousin. Or even if y'all go to school, if your best friend has a problem with this person, that's my cousin. Y'all can't beef. We got to resolve this. It seemed like that part is missing because we grew up and grew apart and moved away and don't really understand that this is how we grew up in this network together, and the city is broken and disjointed. So, I mean, like, to me, that's what it looks like.
Broken people raising broken people.
It's it is, because I know I've had family members die, and they was like, oh, that person killed that person, like they was cousins. Like, they don't realize they killed their cousin. Like, that's the bad part until something happens and you have to come together to make arrangements, and you hear about, oh, so-and-so lost their son. Like, oh, that was my cousin. You lost your cousin.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to get that back together. I mean, we have community events and stuff. Yes. I can say the one thing. The tailgate last year at Saginaw High was ridiculous connecting because you got a chance. People were out there with their kids and grandkids, and you might have seen this
kickball games too.
Kickball and all of that, because then you got a chance to be like, oh, you see the person that you might have been beefing with.
Yeah.
Mama hugging their mama. Like, oh,
you know my mama, nigga. Stop beefing with my son. Your mama, my friend. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there's a lot of that stuff going on where people just don't know.
Right. So I think, like, when you
I had it happen to a close friend of mine who actually went as far as murdering someone and then going to court for it, and the family that came in was his family. You know what I mean? So he didn't know that was a cousin of his. So he had to deal with the weight of that also. You know what I mean? It's been so many times I've heard of that happen, like throughout Michigan, not even just outside of the state, like within Michigan. Like, that happens a lot. You'll be surprised. And it's just because of lack of communication between our community. We need to learn to come out and communicate with one another of who family is. Who family? Okay, I don't deal with that side of the family because they this, they that. That's where the break started. You know what I mean? In a lot of families, whatever they wild over there, we churchy over here, and we do that. We ain't dealing with them. So now these kids don't know each other.
And the church supposed to be just as ratchet.
That's usually how it goes. Somebody get their life together, the other one's still wild. They don't want to be together no more because it's too much differences, and now the kids don't know each other, and it's a break in the family line and connection of communication there. And the kids don't have enough to do. They're bored. You know, when you bored, you go off and you mess up. Usually you go out and you're doing anything to have fun. You're doing anything to be accepted, and you're doing anything to have something to do. And sometimes those are the wrong things that you pick up, you know. So Shay, what's your thoughts?
Well, I've seen this in a lot of different angles because I've worked in the field of juvenile facilities for a minute, and now I'm a behavior case manager in a school system. So I've seen the side where you have a child coming from a good home, but they're influenced from the outside. You know, parents feel like their back is up against the wall. They've done everything. They don't know what else to do. And I've also seen the side of the parents that don't hold their kids accountable. They know the type of child that they have, but they gonna hook or crook and lie to quote unquote protect them when they actually harming them because they're not holding them accountable.
Right.
And then, you know, what they don't realize is that when you allow your child to disrespect other people, it's only a matter of time before they start to disrespect you.
Say that,
And so with that being said, they growing up in a home, being disrespectful, right? And now they out here and we have to deal with them.
Right.
And then you say, well, you know, if they're not respecting their parents, surely they're not going to respect us. But the flip side of that, going back to my juvenile days, I would go ahead and say the worst of the worst from the heart of Detroit, talking about murderers, robbers, all of that. And I'm so grateful that I was never disrespected or physically harmed in any type of way. I respect those kids and I gain their respect to where we will have deep conversations from kids that the world say would never have a chance. And they would say, but Miss Parker, I get what y'all trying to do here in this facility, within this program, but I got to go back. Heartbreaking. Because they know that the streets don't forgive, don't let live. And so everything that was poured into them to have a different mindset was working, but it was only working for them to get out. And when I get the call, hey, Parker, you remember such and such and so-and-so? He was just heartbreaking. So they become they go back from where they came from. And you can see the change, but they don't hold on to the change because they're going back into the same environment.
And they got to become who they were out there.
And they have to.
Yeah,
so they felt like the program was demagnetizing them from being hard, but they had to be that way in order to survive. They was like, the only change that they will have is being sent off somewhere else. And they knew 9 times out of 10 that wasn't going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of kids never had a chance in their mother's womb because of the decision as adults that we've made and created a toxic environment for our kids. Now, like I said, that's just one-sided. You have some that is their story. And then you have some that's not their story. They just want to be a part of the in crowd because they didn't come from that side of the fence. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
a lot of that.
A whole lot. And when I say I agree with you so much when you said that you was calling to get your child locked up, that you would rather have a call here and there than no call at all, baby, I'm going to tell you, I agree with that 150%. But here's the thing, because I have a family member that is trying to do the same thing that you've done. They take these kids, they will commit a crime that's worthy of being locked up. Give them 15 days, give them 30 days, and they back on the street. I'm just saying, you doing grown folks things, you need grown folks consequences. I can remember a time when we were growing up and our family members called the police. Guess what? The police was coming to the house, just even if it was just to scare you, to help you. They ain't doing that. They figure we out here killing off our own, so we gonna let them do it. We can hold this space for somebody else.
I mean, we doing it for
police recruiting made a difference too, because we used to have police that were from within the community. They knew your mom. They knew you before you got to the point where you were locked up. It was like, hey, you Miss Johnson's boy. Yeah, I know you know that. I know your family. I know your grandmama. I know your uncle. You don't do this. And they could do that. But when you recruit from outside of Saginaw County, you recruiting somebody from Genesee County. He works in Genesee County. He don't know anybody there. And the thing of it is, Saginaw is paying this money and his taxes are going to Genesee County. So it makes that county better, not Saginaw better. They don't have a vested interest. They don't live in Saginaw. They don't know the families. They don't care. Lock them up. Not trying to de-escalate a situation, not trying to save a child's life, not trying to get parent or community involvement before it gets to the point of going to the court system and lockup. And I think that's problematic. I give Bridge the Gap credit. Like they've been recruiting from within Saginaw and the people that you grow up with, so you know. But outside of this, like you have cops who don't look like you. The only time they're showing up to see you or meet you, something's wrong. They're from another community and they don't care. There's no heart there. So
I think that there should be some type of prevention program for the mothers that's trying to, better their kids because they see them going down the wrong path. And as far as, my career flipping. I went from the juvenile to where it was the extreme. Now in the school system, like, baby, I know where you headed. You know, doing these type of
My
things right
mom
here is
worked
going
in
to
the
get you
school
where I
system, and
came from.
she sound like you. Yeah, my mom
What?
sound like you when she talked about it, because she worked with the students that have gotten kicked out of all of the schools, and now they got to go to SBRC. You know what I mean? So she's
Yes,
saying what
ma'am.
the city considers the worst of the worst kids, but she talk about how sweet they is and how she loved them to
Oh,
death, and you know, because at the end of the day, these are just children.
They're kids.
You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
They may have done more things or seen more things than they should have. They may have been exposed to more things than they deserved, but they're
Right.
still our babies. They're
They
children.
still
You
are
know, I
babies.
don't
And what
believe in
happened
giving
to
up
the
on no
ones, y'all?
child,
I'm
and
gonna
I ain't
tell
never
you,
met a child that ain't mine.
I've
You know,
seen.
if I see a child in my, if you in my element, you safe. You know, you good. I'm gonna
Hmm.
look out for you, because I ain't never met a child that ain't mine. You know,
And then
that's
what about the
kids. It gotta
kids
get like
that
that again.
are in a messed up situation where they committed a crime, but they just out here on survival mode?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They
And when
hungry.
you put
They ain't
kids in
ate.
survival
They
mode, they
don't have
gonna
a
do
consistent
anything.
meal. So they going to steal something to eat.
For me.
You
Right.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So then boom, they get locked up because, and I've had these cases where the oldest is going to the stores to steal to not only feed himself, but his siblings.
And to
Yeah.
But
piggyback off Alyssa, when we say, we should have people on a police force from our community, I do agree. Because I had an experience. You get what I'm saying? Like my oldest son, he just turned 17. But before I came, a lot of you may know, but the community does know, because I've had the community help me find my son. Like when I say my son was missing for weeks, and I'm talking about sick, like
Yeah.
not knowing if your child's alive because you ain't heard nothing, ain't seen
That'll
nothing on
have you
social
sick for
media.
sure.
Let me tell you something out of my personal experience. That's why I never gave up. Because if I'd have gave up, I probably would be sitting here with a rest in peace shirt on. I don't know, but
mm,
one thing about it, I was born in a family that believed in God. So no matter what, I gave it to God every time. Even though my feet was on the
Right.
pavement, my head was to the sky, I was out here. But I've had the police show up like I was the criminal. You get what I'm saying? I've had when I yanked my son up and they was like, well, you hit him first. And I'm thinking, I hit him first. Wait a minute, I'm the parent. What are you talking
wow.
about? Like I've had, to get into it with the police and things. Like I literally, let me tell you something. I put myself at risk to go to jail to get my son, because it's like I'm giving a cry for help. I reached out to, and like I said, I'm gonna be transparent. I'm probably gonna touch a little soul here for whoever watching, but I reached out to some good pillars in the community who say, we're here for the youth, we're here for the men. You weren't here for the men, because when it was my child, I was
Mm,
reaching out. Some of y'all was on vacation, too busy to help my son. Some of y'all, he wasn't able to be on y'all roster because maybe I wasn't famous or popular. I really don't know. I could make the
Popular
assumption that I
enough.
want to make. What I know is I was on these phone calls and on these inboxes crying, like, look, what can I do? What can you help me do? I've never been one that, shied away from help, especially when it comes, because I'm a single mom. So I
mm,
reached out to my community. My community
mhm.
gave me a deaf ear. It was women that came to my rescue. Let me talk this talk right now. There
Okay.
were women that came to my
Right.
rescue. The men did not show up.
Say
And
that.
I'm talking about, these are some prominent. I ain't gonna name drop because I have respect. And I ain't trying to, but I'm gonna put it out there because I was a mother
It is
begging.
what it is.
I called the police on my son 103 times.
Oh my God.
103 times I called Saginaw Police Department. Understand me? And you
Mm,
know how they say a lie ain't nothing for a nigga to tell? Well, I had to tell a white lie because y'all weren't hearing me. And one day I just got sick and tired, baby. I woke up, went to the courthouse. You got to remember, even with having the police, we need people from the community to be on our police force. But we need people in the courthouses from our community.
Right.
Them people from up
that's
north,
real.
You
them
do.
people from out of another city,
Yeah.
them people
Right.
don't know nothing about what we go through. They just know what they hear. They know what they see come in their courtroom. You get what I'm saying? I went and
Right.
held Dan Stryker hostage in his office. And if anybody's on this live who needs help when it comes to your kid, his name is Dan Stryker. He's the prosecutor at Saginaw County Courthouse over there on Michigan. I
Mm,
held him hostage, okay? They went and got security and everything. I said, baby, listen, I'm willing to go to jail or hell. I done called y'all. I done made 103 police calls. They like, well, and this is when I found out. They said, well, why the police were supposed to pursue the charges. Well, I'm not sure why they didn't, sir, but let me give you every card. I'm in there with a stack of cards like they business cards. Here's every police report. Here's one. Here's two. Here's three. Here's four. I'm showing him. He's sitting there looking. Yeah, this is what your police force took me through. As a mother, letting them know. Keep in mind, my son has mental health and behavioral health issues. None of that was, oh, well, maybe we should help. No, y'all wanted him to go kill Raheem or somebody. Y'all wanted him to go do a bank robbery before y'all ever gave a care. Yes. You weren't going to care. You just was going to throw him in there so he could become a number so you can get paid for my son. You get what I'm saying? So it definitely boils down to, we got to get, that's why it's so good when it comes to voting. Okay? Not everybody that's sitting on city council is for the people. Okay, I'm gonna keep it cute. I'm gonna keep it cute because I ain't trying to make it ugly, but I have to be truthful because I was a mother who was not only fighting for my community, but I was fighting for my own son. So, with that being said, I put him in juvenile. I finally got somebody, I finally got the attention after holding him hostage. And I thank him for not locking me up because he could have. He told the police, like, listen, I got this, I got that. And they like, are you sure? Like, for real, I had like 6 officers outside his door because I shut the door. We ain't going nowhere. You gonna hear me today because I'm scared. I'm terrified. I don't want to. I'm a strong person. I done took a lot. I've lost a child to domestic violence. I'm not finna bury this one here that I done watched grow and raise. You get what I'm saying? I done been through some things, but that don't mean I want to go through some more things just because I can hold things well. Like I'm trying to save my son here. And if I got to take you and you down, baby, we going down together. Just I need to save my son. But where they lack is this is one of the biggest issues in the entire community. And with the kids in the juvenile and the prison system. We're not going to leave the prison out because y'all send murderers back to the street. Y'all ain't rehabilitating them. The mental health, the care for mental health in the city of Saginaw is poor. Do you hear me? They would rather turn you into a lab rat or a test dummy. Okay? My son was on medication. I took my son off because I said, you know what, let me tell you something. Y'all ain't finna every 90 days switch your medicine. And then when he crazy, you quick to lock him up because you're going to get paid for him being a fool. But long as he out here with me and I'm trying to get him on the right path, you're not going to benefit from that. You know what I'm saying? Mental health, that would be the door to start at, mental health. That we don't have enough mental health workers.
That's the main door.
That's the main door. Like everybody needs to put their foot in that door.
Are raising these children in the wrong ways. They mentally ill themselves. They're passing the mental illness down to the children. They're passing the bad decision making skills, the rashness, the anger.
And some of these people don't even have the know-how to fight for their children. They don't even have it in them mentally. Like I took a whole mental health program down at Bridgeport Middle School. Right, my son had a program. It was a program. It was an ISD mental health program, behavioral health program, but it was housed at, Martin G. Atkins. And my son was going there, and this is why it's good to stay in tune with your kids, because your kids will communicate with you and you're not knowing that that's what they're doing. You just you just acting up, you don't want to listen. No, you got to really listen, especially to those children that has difficulties or differences. And I tuned in one day with my son, like, you just so quick to blame them because this is your problem, kid. So you the problem. And I had to tune in, only to realize you guys were sitting here playing with my son up in this program. By the time I finished investigating and by getting the paperwork and doing what I was doing and had them look into it, they dismantled the entire program out of that school because they were failing the children. You just had them children in there to get paid. Y'all steady kicking them out, suspending them. Hold on, baby. We got an IEP and a 504 plan that protects my son from a lot of this stuff. Don't think when you have a parent who's not knowledgeable, when we lack knowledge, that's why the people perish, because people don't know.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a nosy person.
Keep yourself safe.
Yeah, I'm a nosy person, so I like to look up information. I like, if you tell me something, let me go see what this girl talking about. Let me go see what she said was wrong. You get what I'm saying? And I begin to learn because I'm like,
I done been throughout fighting for them against these streets, fighting CPS. I done fought so many people for my kids and about my kids. It don't make no sense. You know what I mean? So you got to learn to keep records like they keep records. You got to learn to stay persistent when you want something done for your child. You got to learn to not take no for an answer or let nobody tell you that your child not qualified to move in a certain way or that there's no hope for your child. You keep fighting for
Mm-hmm.
your children, because at the end of the day, they're all you have left to mark this world. And that's our
Yeah.
future for everybody. That's everybody's future. What these children do with this world tomorrow is what's going to affect us when we old. If it's going to be safe for us to walk outside, if
That's
it's going to
true.
be actual doctors and lawyers and nurses out here that's of our color and ours, of our families, you know what I mean? We got to make sure these people get to those places to become that. But they dying out here in the street. I done seen so much potential waste out in this street in the last
Yeah.
couple of months. I've been sick just watching it. How talented these people were, and how
Mm-hmm.
they just
Gone
they
so
gone
early.
now.
Gone so early.
And it's just like, what could we have done to save these people at a younger age? If somebody
Mhm.
would have caught their hurt parents and stopped them from, making the home life not so nurturing for these children to come about with all this talent, start nurturing their talents and their gifts, and start. It's okay to need mental health. It's okay to need a psychiatrist. It's okay to have to need support and help. You just shouldn't just raise kids however. I see people with a however whatever attitude. Oh mama, I need that, or whatever, get out my face. I see a lot
Mm-hmm.
of that around here. Or I'm going out and it's me, and you just forgot about this poor baby that's
Mhm.
out here struggling with growing older, reaching new plateaus in life, meeting new friends, peer
Mhm.
pressure. They got a lot of things on a child, just from a young man going from 14 to 16. So many decision making things hit his plate on what he wants to do with his life and who he's going to be as a person. And if you're not there
Mhm.
to hold them up during those critical times, they're gonna become whatever they're around, most likely, or whatever their mind is influencing them to be, and it may be unhealthy because you haven't nurtured that health, that mental health.
Yeah.
So
For
I
sure.
just think Saginaw needs some mental health counselors. We need a community center for these children. We need actual parents and mothers that come out here and hug and love on these kids out here who may have lost their parents young, or
Mm-hmm.
siblings, or people that can nurture over them. We need assistance from our community leaders. So get out
We
there and
need to
vote
be
for
at the
people y'all
city
think
hall. We
actually
need to
gonna
be
help us.
talking. Yeah, they need to be
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
city halls at these meetings, because if you fuss enough, change will come. But when they look at it like one month we got 50 people up down here protesting, then the next couple months we got 3, 4 of the same regulars. Because I done been at some of these meetings, and the people that's talking the loudest, I've never seen them there. Let's
Mm.
address that
Yeah.
elephant in the room. People was
Yeah.
talking the loudest. I didn't see them there. When we were going to these
Yeah.
community meetings, when they were killing and having these things, when the big issue happened on the north side with that party and stuff, they wanted to blame the kids so
Yeah.
bad. No, let's blame who we need to blame. Because if you hadn't pushed them kids up in the corner, they were doing just fine over there at that park. But it's easy to pass blame on. We'll blame the kids, or we'll blame their moms. No, we gotta place blame. First of all, we
Was
need our
definitely
mayor
doing
to
okay in the
remember.
park.
We need the mayor to know she's one of us. We need her to understand this community is the same community you started in before you became where you from. We
Mhm.
need that to be
Amen.
known. We need the people on
Well,
the
I'm
board to
gonna
know
say
that.
I'm
You
gonna
get
say
what I'm
this.
saying?
We done had a few things that I done stepped ahead to help with, as in like search party and stuff, or fundraise and stuff like that. That we expected her to be at, and she didn't come till she felt like it. You know what I mean? And didn't do
Or
much
if it's
once
not
they
important enough for her, it has to be important enough for her.
unless there was a camera out there.
Mm.
Say it. Say it.
Yeah. I ain't trying to ruffle feathers, but I'm a keen on telling the
But the
truth.
truth, the truth is
You know what
ugly,
I
and the truth
mean?
is needed. Though the truth is ugly and
Yeah,
it's
the truth
needed.
is it.
Nobody's ever ready
That's
to
all
stand
I
in that
know.
transparent moment, because it's easier to
Yeah.
hide behind this facade. I've always been one that faces the ugly truth. I face the ugly truth all the
Hmm.
time. But let's be
Mhm.
clear. If it was your child, you'd be facing the ugly truth when you got to go get that toe tag
Man.
and you
Exactly.
got to go do what you got to
That's why
do.
I say
So
this
if
still
we
the
can
Man.
face
same
that
city. Yeah.
truth, why we can't face it before then? See, my thing is, I'm not here to
Yeah.
make enemies. I'm not here to attack. But what I'm saying is, I'm a parent. And my heart
Mhm.
goes out to the parents that did have to bury their children, because I could have
Yeah.
been that parent. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I'm not here to pacify. I'm not here to make you feel better about what you're lacking on doing. Because if I lack at my job, you would get on that podium and talk about how the parents. Because I've been to
Exactly.
some of them community meetings, and well, we got to start with the parents. And then when a parent like me stand up, like, well, what about parents like me that fought, and doing this and the third? Now everybody's silent. Well, we understand you, mom. No, you don't understand me because you just said, we got to start with the parents. But every parent ain't just sitting around
That's
laxated.
right.
Some of us
That's
are fighting
right.
the good fight, and we don't got the help of these community leaders who say we're here for the children. Because what children? Is it a certain height? Is it a certain weight? Does it
Man,
depend on if I got
there's the
this? Like,
same
I need to
community
know who
leaders we
qualifies for
beg to
these
help us
children.
find my Donis. Yeah, we beg them to help us find my Donis. That's the
Okay,
same
and
community
I remember
leaders that let
searching so
us
high and low for my
find him
Donis, baby. We was
63 days
everywhere for
later.
him.
Wow.
63 days later in that water.
63 days
Ain't
later,
no
baby,
way in
we beat
hell
them
no
streets.
dive team shouldn't have been out there, or you know what I mean, things like that.
They
Where
were
were
supposed to
y'all
been
at?
out there day one. They should have been out there day one, but because he
Can't
wasn't
say you didn't
important
see it.
enough,
We had it everywhere.
to
Yeah. It,
the
it's just
moment
it
you knew
wasn't
he ran
popular
toward
enough.
the water,
It didn't
that's when
come
the
far
That
dive
should
enough.
team
have
It
should
been
have
the
didn't
been out
first
there.
gather or
place they
something. I don't
looked.
know what it was.
First place. They didn't look. They didn't look until
No
somebody told
accountability
them it
was
was a
had
body in the
from
water.
Health Source never took no accountability of the fact that they let that boy out of there when they weren't supposed to. When he
Ooh.
was telling them that he needed to go back into the hospital, that they released him on a discontinued medication that you know what I mean,
Okay.
caused suicidal thoughts. You
Talk
know, there
about
was
it.
a lot of things that just never was handled for that case that still bother me to this day because I took that one real personal. I have a son that goes through stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's like these community leaders say they're doing so much, but when we really, really need them, where are they?
Wow.
You know, that's why
That's
I
why I
have a
said
hard
what
time coming to the city
qualifies
because
us,
I feel
what
like no matter
qualifies
what we
our
say, they still
community
do
as
what they want to
important
do.
though. That's what I'm confused at. What qualifies the kids in our community as important? And what's crazy is 80% of them leaders came from these same neighborhoods. It's like you done got into a position where you forgot where you came from.
Exactly.
Because if I
And you done
talk my
forgot.
talk, baby, I remember I remember some of you leaders. And y'all wasn't so good standing neither.
Yeah.
Okay?
When y'all
Y'all had
wasn't
some
shit.
demons
Now
y'all
we
was
see what
battling.
coming
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all had some demons.
What
Just because
shit
yours
wasn't
was in
doing
the
nothing right.
closet
Now
don't
you a
mean,
leader and
you
you
feel me?
acting
That's what I'm
crazy.
saying, because yours was behind closed doors and everybody didn't know about it. That's why I say I try to keep it cute because there's some things I can really say, but like I said, I'm not here to tear anyone down. I'm really here for a cause and a purpose. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to make enemies, even though it's gonna be that. You know,
No, it ain't
it's gonna
about
be some
making
people.
enemies. Sometimes they need a mirror
Now
to
that's
see
the truth.
themselves and do better. That's all we
They
want you to
need to
do.
look at the man and the woman in the mirror for real.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay.
Straight up.
Michael Jackson that thing real fast.
For
Yeah, we
real.
need you out here. You heard me?
Mm.
Yeah, we need y'all to remember because when you get off this high seat that you're on, because you ain't on here forever, it's a term you're serving. Because when your
Yeah.
term is over, you're
Yeah.
one of us again, sweetie.
Yeah, you
But you
right
know,
back
Mm.
down
who
to
am
the
Wow.
I?
pumpkin.
Who am I? Who am I? Besides somebody who ain't going, I'm telling you, I like to have uncomfortable conversations. I like to address the elephant in the room because, like I said,
Hey,
it's so
Mm.
many
me
of
too,
us.
sis, because it's
It's
the
so
only
many
way
of
you
us
gonna
are
catch it.
dying,
Shit.
baby. Listen,
Communication
and I
is
hope they tuned
communication is
in
about
because they
not
need
just
to
talking
hear
about
this.
the good shit, but the bad shit too. You know, you
That's
got to
why I shared it
communicate
on
about
all
the good and the
platforms. I put
bad,
it on the
whoever's
neighborhood
listening.
watch. I need the board leaders to see this because I need them to know. Let me look into the camera, wherever it's at.
Yeah.
Y'all failed us.
Yeah.
Y'all failed us. As a community,
Wow.
as a
Hey, shout out
leader,
to David
as a
Bond. That
black
been my
person,
ride or die.
y'all
Anytime I need
failed us.
that man, he pull up.
Yeah,
And he
Mm.
left
because
for the
it,
same reason, because the people wasn't telling all the
we
truth.
shouldn't fight
Shit.
only when
Dave
it's
Bondi
our
will leave
people,
y'all
though.
renegades.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
we shouldn't fight when it's just somebody in
Yeah.
our family. We shouldn't do that. You know,
Yeah.
well, I ain't gonna say fortunate, but my brothers didn't get killed. But I lost my brothers. But when somebody lose their child or their brother, that hurts me. Cause it's like, wow,
Mhm.
look how close
Yeah.
that could have been. You get what I'm saying? Look how this could
Mhm.
have been me. You gotta always put yourself in the shoes of coulda, shoulda, all of that. And it's just like I just hate that my city lacks that. I hate that my city lacks the care, the love, the compassion. I really do, and that's what made
Yeah.
me do what I do. Because no matter what, the parents do, we can't forget about the kids. When people ask me like, Sherelle, why do you do this?
That's
Like,
right.
or I do the giveaways like, oh, I know that one girl, her mama get plenty of money. Baby, I'm not here about her mama's income. I'm here to make sure that when she goes to school, she confident because she got supplies to start. She ain't got to look like she less fortunate because mama turned up all summer,
Exactly. She ain't
drank
gotta
all
get
night,
teased and
and she
bullied.
ain't got. Now you get what I'm saying? I give a care that the kids over here who
Yes.
can't afford to get a ride over to the township, they can trunk or treat safely and things of that nature. Like that's what I care about. I'm not caring about nobody's financial stature, who baby daddy did what, who
Right.
sleeping with what. Girl, I don't care about none of that. I care about these
It
children
don't matter.
smiling. I care about them having hope. I care about them feeling like somebody cares. If nobody else, this lady cares. When I see the kids, you big
For real, because
real.
it's
We
easy
got them
speaking.
Easter things, and that
Yes.
matters to me when I see
It
these
counts.
kids. When I get inboxes and
It
girl, I
counts.
thank you for this because I didn't know how I was gonna do it. I'm a single mom too. No, I ain't rich. I just knew that the wrong, and I'm gonna be 100. I did wrong in my community. You get what I'm saying? I ain't gonna act like I'm above anyone. I did all of that, and I'm not ashamed because y'all can't lock me up for nothing I
Right.
did before. I already, I've been vindicated.
You
But
already did.
let me be real though. One thing the OGs taught me, that's why I said I don't know what's wrong with these OGs now. There's no way, and I'm talking to the
Yeah.
hustlers, whatever you want to call it, hustlers, drug dealers, all that, baby, get your money. But there's no way you can make money in this community and you don't feel that you owe the community some of that back. There's not a dollar I made, and every illegal dollar I made,
Yes.
I flipped that into something good. That's how I
We bought
became
ice creams
nonprofit.
and coats and
All of that.
clothes
You get what
and
I'm saying?
everything
I
for the
took that
community.
illegal
Yeah.
money, like, okay, God, you blessed me and covered me while I was out here doing it. Let me do something for the greater good. That's how you keep yourself covered. I'm not sitting here saying, you got to be in church every Sunday throwing holy water and all that, but you do have to give an account of what you do. Everything I did in these streets, I had to turn it around and make it for a greater good because guess
It ain't
what?
what you do,
Somebody
it's how
mama
you
was
do
high
it.
because of me. But your grandkids was lacking. So guess what? I made sure I supplied the grannies in them. Let me supply these kids. You get what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. I'm not sure what
Yeah.
OGs taught them, but my OGs taught me that. That's how we got the WIC program.
My
OGs.
OGs
People
definitely
from the
was on
streets
that.
put the
I
WIC
don't know why
program.
these mugs
Like,
now.
we've
Crazy.
lost our way of what we supposed to be doing out here. It's just, let's make this money. Let's make
Yeah.
this money. You're going to destroy the community throwing all these drugs out here, but you don't want to donate to a backpack giveaway. You don't want to throw a
That's
backpack
because
giveaway.
money has
Y'all will throw
become it
bonfire.
has become
Y'all
a
will throw
guide to
30
the
freak
community.
neeks.
It ain't
Y'all will
about
throw
no
all
money.
this stuff, but won't throw nothing for the kids, but then be mad when the kids act a fool. Well, why don't we throw a happy neat since we throwing freak neats? Why don't we throw
See,
a
girl, you
bonfire for
better
the
say
kids?
that.
You feel me? Like, I mean, I'm just explaining to me what we're doing here. That's why when I hear dudes talking about, yeah, I'm this and I'm paid up, nigga, you ain't nothing because your kids probably don't even know how to read. And if they do, it's because of the
Okay,
mama, because you out here
talk
How
about
much
it.
trapping.
time
Like,
you invest
Now
in
that's
yeah,
the
your
we gonna
truth.
every week, man? You
let's
chasing your
let's
money,
be
but
real
your
with what's
baby
going on out here.
falling out,
Y'all popping this
going
noise
down the
around big
drain.
rims, but the kids dumb as hell nowadays. These kids ain't even
Yeah.
got good common sense.
Man,
But you
Oh my
the
riding though.
goodness.
only generation of kids I ever seen like this that just they really can't read good. They math skills kind of suck. You know what I mean? It's so sad to see because we was so smart when we was younger. You know what I mean? Like I went to all accelerated schools. I couldn't imagine a child just not being really able to read out loud. You know what I mean? Things like or just read period and say I read a book. Like that to me that just shows how unstimulated their mind was. Nobody took the time to
And the
cultivate
numbers
that
are
soul.
high.
Like
Let me say that.
it's
The
just
numbers are very high.
Very,
man,
very.
man.
Very. And that's
You said
sad
what
though.
now?
Kids are in the seventh grade reading at third grade levels. Like we don't have the after
Facts.
school programs for real. We don't have tutoring services no more. We got so many people I look with degrees like, girl, I ain't trying to do all that. Like I remember
You
checking
know,
the
and in
lady,
certain
I'm like,
parts of
I ain't trying
society
to do
that
all that. I
hope
said,
you
why you
digress
ain't?
like
I
that.
said,
You
because
know,
every meeting I
you
see
gotta
you at, you're complaining
pick your
about the
kids up and
crime,
teach them
but
something.
you're sitting here telling me I don't want to do that. You got a degree where you can tutor some children. And because I don't got time for that. Well, then don't show up at these meetings talking about how you don't like the killing and you're scared in your neighborhood. You couldn't be scared because you ain't got time for that. Remember? Yeah,
See?
I
Right,
check people when it
Wow.
comes to that
right.
because I've had these conversations. You can provide a service, but you fail to do it because you don't want to do it or you ain't got time to go through the differences that you may go through. But you're very loud about the crime. You're very loud about the ignorance. You're very loud about the ghetto-ness.
Yeah.
Baby, shut up. Because if you're gonna
Yeah.
be loud and stand behind that loud. I'm loud as hell. I am. But you're gonna see this big wide rump all through every meeting I can be at. You're gonna see me at
Yeah.
city council. You're gonna be seeing me questioning the preachers and stuff. Like when I seen them on there talking about, hey, we need gyms. I jump right in their comment section. Oh, remember when them preachers were saying we could use their gym because they got gyms in their church? Now it's time to put them to the test. You talk real loud at
Put
that
it to
podium.
use.
Let's see if you're gonna
Yeah.
stand on what you told us in
You
these
really
meetings
gonna
when
do it.
we were talking about the crime, when the kids was dying at these parties, and you, oh well, we got gyms, and all we need is y'all to, okay, well, we got people who that organize things. Where these gyms at? Where these churches
Mhm.
that's supposed to be
Right.
freely available? Because last I
Where
heard
them
y'all putting a
keys at
fee
so
on
we
it.
can get in when we need to. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's
Yeah,
so
that's all
many
I'm
kids.
saying.
It's so many
It's time to
kids
put the challenge
that love to
to
play
what you're
sports and
saying.
stuff like that.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
comes with more than just
Like
talking.
sports
You
is a
gotta
big avenue
do.
that they can get kids into to keep them in positive perspectives and keep them out of the streets. And it's just like so many. It's so easy for us to get together, just put together some free leagues for them. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I know a few people that's talking about doing it, but they should have community leaders help doing those types of things. If we got such good ideas to help stop some of the crime and stop making the city look so bad from the outside, y'all care so much supposedly about how Saginaw look and this, that, and the other, and you want it painted up pretty and you want all this other bullshit. But what the fuck is the substance really going on? Like, what are you doing for the substance to really be something? You know what I mean? So we don't look bad. So that we actually not just look in a certain way, but we actually are, a good standing city. And because for the most part, we are a good city. But there is so many huge bad things going on, it can be overshadowing of the good things. So as much energy as they put into talking about the bad shit, put as much energy into changing some things so that we can stop having to talk about the bad shit. Like
Less
it's
talking,
always
more
something
doing.
negative, but never a solution though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
never a
that
solution.
that
They always got something to
baby.
say though.
Every time I get to talking about this subject, I get upset. It be vexing my spirit because I'm telling you, like,
I
for
agree.
real.
I
Because it's a
know.
lot of talking. It's so much talking. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like to talk. I like to do. Now I'm a
Yes.
talker. Don't get it twisted. But there's nothing that I say that I don't stand behind. If I say I'm gonna
Right.
do it, I stand behind that.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? And it don't matter what distance. When I
Right.
said, "Oh, I'm gonna do something for the kids for Easter," baby, do y'all
If I
know about
chose my
driving
battles
16
up.
hours? That was a 16-hour drive from down here, baby. But I did it because why? I ain't no talker. If I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stand on it because
Do
these
that
kids
shit.
look
Yeah.
forward to it. You get what I'm saying? Yes, I got a life down here. I got kids down here. I have everything down here. No, baby, I don't got no baby daddies and none of that helping. I'm a one-man army. Do you hear me? But at the same
Okay.
time, I ain't gonna do this complaining and not try to be
Yeah.
a change. You got to be the change you
Hmm.
want to see.
Right.
Don't keep talking about we
Absolutely.
need a change and you ain't trying to be a
Facts.
part of that change. We got
Yep.
enough people
You
talking,
gotta
baby. We
walk
can
the
do the
walk.
media all day. I need to know you gonna come roll your sleeves
Hmm.
up, put your hair up, baby. You know how many times I showed up with a crooked wig to
Okay.
make sure we did what we have to do.
Because they had me out
Baby,
there
the
marching on this
wig might not be
badass
straight
lookout.
today, but I'm here for a purpose, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I done plugged mine to death.
Okay, that's all I want y'all to know. I'm going to slang this thing 30 times, but I'm going to
Okay.
show up. I'm going to show
That
up. You
part.
get what I'm
Just
saying?
show
And
up.
it's
Yeah.
about showing up. You can say
Yeah.
all day, but you
Yeah.
have to show up. And when they don't see
It's
you
say what
show
you
up,
gonna do, but
then
is you actually gonna do what you're saying? Yeah.
and that's why they lose hope because they hear us saying we want to change. They hear us saying we want to do this. They hear us saying what we need in the community.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, what y'all giving us then? Well, what
Mhm.
y'all gonna do?
Yeah,
Like,
because
shout out
words
to the
without
men
no
that do the
action,
help group.
just words.
Shout
They
out to
just dead
what is it, Terry
words.
Reed? Shout out to Terry Reed, Antonio
Mm-hmm.
Brooks. Shout out to them for doing the help group. But if we must be
Yeah.
honest, what's for the little girls? Okay, we got something that's going for the young boys. What about the young girls? Them young girls need saving.
Yeah.
The,
Woo!
the, the,
They
the
need to
teenage
learn how to
pregnancy
cook. They
rate is
need to
through the
learn how to
roof.
speak. They need to learn how to be ladies again, table etiquette, all of that
All of
kind of
that.
thing. My uncle Flat Top and them used to run Young Champions and
Oh
Charming
yeah.
Dolls,
And
and I used to
charming
love
dolls.
that for the girls.
Yep.
Yeah,
And they
Mm.
because it
still have
always
it.
taught them that kind of thing. We need another program like that for these little girls because if I see one more ratchet. If I just see one more ratchet, I'm gonna just fall apart.
Baby.
I mean, it's good to bump your head to the music a few times, maybe get your drop on. We all get loose a little bit, dance a little bit or something. But to just carry that as your everyday attitude
That's your
and
everyday,
way
your
that you
life.
carry yourself in everything is pathetic, and it make us look horrible as women. I don't care what nobody say. or how they try to defend that or take up for that, I just don't approve of it. You can be a hoe, but God damn it, don't act like one. You know what I mean? That's the era I came from. God damn it, you
It
don't
ain't
act
what
like a
you
hoe.
do, it's how you do
Why
it,
you a hoe
doggone it.
everywhere?
Okay. Be a
You on
discreet
the
hoe. If
CNN,
you
you
gonna
still a hoe
be
on
discreet
CNN.
with it.
I be tired. I was like, man, somebody got to teach them something. Because it's getting dustier and dustier. And then the men going crazy because the bitch is retarded. And now everybody crazy. And now the whole family breakdown is toxic than a bitch. Because everybody's silly to the motherfucker. Are you acting crazy
Girl,
now?
talk about it, honey. Talk
I would
about it.
just
Yes.
say
Just
that.
ooh.
Man.
It ratchet is the new
Ain't nobody
normal.
got no clothes on. Even the fat bitch is naked. I'm tired of this shit. I
Oh
don't
my
want to see
God.
no more jelly roll. None. No stretch marks. None of that shit rolling across my
Okay.
goddamn window. I be so tired with it. It's like, whose sister, your little sister outfits, you got to stay out them shits. Now, you know you
Okay.
wear 22. Don't be coming out here in no 16.
See, we grew up in the era where we
Like a
covered. These
busted
girls don't
pack
even
of
wear
biscuits.
girdles no more, baby. They don't
No,
even
not
wear
at
girdles. They
all.
don't do none of that. They have babies be at the club and the baby be 20 minutes old, baby. Where y'all come from? Y'all a
Yeah.
different type of
Little baby
dangerous,
3
honey.
months
Yeah,
in here
I was
listening
at
to
home
trap
dating
music
in
with us.
3 months. Okay.
for real.
Where you come from? Like, wait a minute, girl,
Your
you
coochie ain't
open.
even
Is it
here with
another
us
kid
yet.
in
What is
there?
wrong with
Because
you?
Wow. That's real.
we
You're
our
17
talking
year
about
old.
the
generation
raw
is just
truth.
These young, so we got to get them.
generation
We
is
got to
just
get a hold of them
it's so
girls.
warped. I don't even know what to say when it comes to the young ladies. And I used to go into the juveniles and speak, and into the domestic shelters and speak. And I used to see some of the girls in there, and some of them, they really are products of their environment. You know what I'm saying? And you can't really
Yeah,
blame them because
yeah.
this is all they know. You know what I'm saying? This is all they know. I
Right.
look at from where I come from. Yes, I am a different type because I was raised with my grandmother. But had I been raised on my mama's side, baby, I would have been a bona fide pay hoe. I ain't gonna lie, because I know
Okay.
what comes with that side. You get what I'm saying? Let
I'm
me let
next.
me just be let me be real. Granny had
Yeah.
me in church. I was in choir. I was with the youth group. I was at revival. I was
Yes.
busy. I was occupied. I didn't get a chance to be ratchet, baby. All I could do was praise God or come home and eat. I ain't had that many
Yeah.
options. You know what I'm saying?
For
I
real.
wasn't set up, but the girls today got so many options. I'm talking about they boyfriends get to stay tonight. Baby, I had a
Oh,
boyfriend
talk
came over, but
about
my
it.
boyfriend
Yeah.
was
I've
raking
been
Talk
leaves.
noticing
He
about
some
was
of
it.
taking
that.
trash
These
out. He
parents
was
off
sitting
the
on the
chain.
couch with Granny. My boyfriend didn't get my boyfriend never knew what my bedroom looked like. He had to
See?
take trash out, rake leaves. Like
See,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
These boyfriends get to stay the night.
The
They be
fraud.
doing
Why we
all the
gotta
most like, baby, listen,
yeah,
I don't know. Thank
why we
God I
gotta
ain't
get
got
a
no
hold of these
daughter.
girls is it's important to get a hold of the girls. We gotta get a hold of the boys, of course. But we definitely
Right.
got to get a hold of the women because we are the mothers of the world. We teach
Oh,
the men.
yes.
We teach
Yeah.
the girls. We teach
Yeah.
everybody. So if we become
Yeah.
shit, then we teaching everybody shit. You know what I
Shit.
mean? Like we
Yes.
become bullshit, then everybody becomes bullshit. If the mothers of the world turn all into ratchet hoes and they all turn into not knowing how to read or chasing men more than they chase their money and their careers and their families and getting those things straight. If they stop being responsible people, good listeners, good caretakers, nurturers, if they start turning into men, the entire world is about to be shit because they are the teachers of the children.
Yeah.
These broken children that we see coming out here being a mess, they coming from them homes with these mamas that ain't teaching them nothing. And yeah, the fathers need to step up and teach them also. But for the main part, we know as mothers that we mostly the ones in the rocket ship manning the ship. 9 times out of 10, we are giving them their character, what they care about, what they value, what they love, how they nurture, how they care for each other. That usually comes from a mother. We teach them how
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah.
love the world and how to be out here. So if we don't
Because
get
9
them
times out of 10, the
girls,
mama
we
got
got a
the
whole
main
lot of shit coming.
responsibility anyway. The main responsibility left on the mom because most of these dads ain't there. Like me being a mother, even though I have sons, it changed my dating perspective when I watched what it was doing to my children. So we gonna address that elephant too, because not all mothers
Yeah.
are ratchet. And I'm
Shoot, I ain't
speaking
even
from
see these comments.
experience.
I'm
I'm a good
sorry,
mama.
sis.
Ain't nobody gonna take that. And I teach my kids morals, but let me tell
Period.
you where I made a mistake because of what I allowed in my dating relationship. No, my kids didn't see me be a hoe, but Let's talk to the women that don't seem to know how to let go. Because as although you may be teaching your
Okay.
girls and this is that and this and the other, but they look at you,
Hold on to
let a nigga
toxic
come over every
stuff.
day, he ain't paying no bill. He come over, he got a key to the house, and baby, you can't even depend on him. Your car break down, you walking, he out here riding. You get what I'm saying? But he got authority
Jesus.
in your house. You get what I'm saying? He got authority over these kids, but we
Exactly.
ain't watching you love our mother properly. You get what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
every mother who's
Hmm.
raising a ratchet daughter or a wayward daughter, she ain't ratchet. Like my son, he went wayward, and I take
Not
accountability for
always
that
that.
because I know the
Shit.
sorry niggas I allowed around my children. You get what I'm saying? So I had to
Yeah.
change my perspective. Like, okay, if you choose to want to date or do what you do, date outside your home.
Hmm.
No man should be laying in your house,
Yeah.
waking up with bacon, eggs,
Uh-huh.
and stuff. Your kids see him in his drawers, and they looking at him, talk to you,
Yep.
call you
Yep.
bitches, or any of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That right there matters. And I'm talking
A
from
Two
whole
and
lot.
three uncles
experience.
every week.
It
That
does
just I
because
see a lot of that.
I'm a mother trying to heal my children from pain that was caused by my choices.
Yeah.
So when I don't talk
Mm.
from what
Oh,
I
that's
know.
good.
Right.
I talk from my experience
Right.
because right now my children are in counseling therapy. There's things that I'm learning from my children that honey, I didn't know. It was more so like, what is your problem? I don't understand what you angry for. I was one of them moms like, cause I know I'm doing my job, and my son like, yeah, you did your job, but this right here affected me, and it's oosh. Wait a minute, Jesus,
And
hold it,
and,
fix it.
and
Wait a
real,
minute,
baby, I've been going
because
through the same thing.
yeah,
Yeah, you
because
find out that some of the
that
stuff, some of the decisions you made for your
yeah,
children hurt your kids. And
Yeah.
some
it
of the things
did,
that you
it
went through
did, and
then
that's the
alter how
ugly
they are
side of the
affecting
truth.
and how they deal with the world and relationships. You know what I mean? And I done had to take a lot of accountability in the last couple of
Yeah,
months about
yeah.
a lot of
What girl?
stuff. You
I'm
know what
talking
I
about.
mean? That I
Listen, I
didn't
ate
know
some
about.
stuff
You know
I
what
ain't
I
want to
mean?
eat.
Because sometimes when you're going through life, you're not conscious of that the things that you're doing,
Yeah,
they watching it, they taking it in, it's hurting them. You know what I mean? I
and
went
they're
through an
blaming
abusive
you for it,
relationship,
and you
even though
just
I
don't
didn't have
know
them
it.
in the house with me. They told me, you know what I mean, how much
Mhm.
it affected them. You know what I mean? And that
Yeah,
kind of messed my head up, like, because I really didn't think they was watching like that. But then why wouldn't they? They're my kids. You know what I mean? If it was my mom,
Mhm.
I'd have been probably in there fighting. Yeah,
yeah,
really,
yeah.
really
But
good.
see, we sometimes
But
adapt that
it
we adapt
affected
the
them, you know.
mentality of they're just kids, and that's one
Yeah.
mentality I had to get rid of because I was raised in that era where we were seen and not heard. We didn't have opinions. We weren't allowed to just voice what we wanted to voice. You get what I'm saying? And being a mother in today's society, because I am a younger mom and I'm in this society, I still live by old school rules. My kids ain't allowed to disrespect even if an adult is wrong. I just don't play it. You feel me?
Mhm.
However,
Yeah.
my children have voice. My children are allowed to tell me what you said hurt me, and me not
Mhm.
chastise them and cuss them out. And that's the thing. People, first of all, the parents got to start healing themselves. They got to
Come
start getting some
on,
help
girl.
themselves. Because
Yes.
the
Amen.
thing is, if you're not healing
Yeah.
or trying to heal, then you're going to keep having broken children. Because
Yeah.
the thing is,
Yeah.
if I didn't begin to heal, I would have never accepted the truth of my children. It would have just been, well, let me tell you why.
Yeah.
No, it's not no
Mhm.
tell you why. There's no reason why you should. What word am I looking for? We shouldn't give it a accommodation of, well, it happened because of this. No, you hurt me, mom. You got to stand in that truth. Let me tell you something. I've
Yeah.
eaten some shit from my children. You get what I'm saying? I've eaten that. And I've had to stand in a
Baby.
ugly, I'm talking about a truth so ugly, like, you
Yeah.
could think all day long, and nobody could ever tell me I wasn't a good mother.
See
And
that
I'm
this the
still,
stuff people
even in
don't like
those
to
things,
talk
I was a
about.
good mother, but my choices were bad. And when my
Mhm.
choices were
Yeah.
bad, it affected my children greatly. When I'm sitting in these therapy sessions, my son said, I resent you because I felt like this and I felt like that whole time. You're not knowing that's what he felt. You get what I'm saying? And it's like
And
that's
it
what
may
you
be
took
something
from it.
small to you. Yeah, it
It
may be
was
something
very
so
small to
small
me.
to
And
you
I'm
that you
like,
did not think
oh
they
no,
was
that's
gonna
not
look at
what
it
it
this
meant.
kind of type of way. Huge to them.
But that's the
You know
thing.
what I mean?
I
Like,
had to learn
good
not to so
Christ.
much be a disciplinarian. I had to learn to be a safe space for my children. We
Yeah.
get caught up in parenting and fussing and disciplining, making sure they do right when we're not
Forget to
hearing them.
listen.
I
At
didn't hear for
all.
a
Yeah, forget
long
to listen.
time. You get what I'm saying? Because like I said, I wasn't raised that way. But being a modern day parent in a different generation, because the generation we grew up in, it don't exist no more. You get what I'm saying? We grew up
Yeah,
where the neighbors could
it's
tell me to
gone.
get my black tail home, and I bet not say you ain't my
And could
mama,
whoop
or I
your
was gonna get
ass.
towed up all down the block and then go
Right.
home and get tore up. Nowadays, don't say nothing to my kids. Well, I'm here to let Facebook know, and some of the Facebook people know me. They done seen my kid and be, I seen your kid walking out and snatched him up. You want me to meet you somewhere? Yes, baby, meet him. I'm not
Yep,
one of them
meet me
in the
with
village for real needed. If you see
him.
mine somewhere acting a fool, you better get a hold to him, because I'm gonna ask you, what's your
Snatch his
problem?
ass up.
Why you let my
Snatch
son
her
do that?
ass
Now I
up,
got a
his
problem
ass
with
up.
you.
I wouldn't
Because why
care.
would
Right.
you let my child do that? Well, I ain't want to say nothing. If I see your child, I'm saying something, and I don't care if you're mad about it, baby. Do that again, and I'm gonna sit your little rump down. Don't cross your legs. Don't get up out her face. Get off of his lap. Oh yeah, I check kids like I birthed them. I don't
Yep.
care who. I don't even know your mama,
Sure
but I know
do.
you ain't supposed to be
Yep.
doing that. And if
Right.
your mama made you think it's
These
okay, I'm
birth
gonna pray for
product
your mama. But
children,
what
they
we not
these
gonna do?
children know me well. I'm forever
Huh.
out there cutting them kids out because y'all gonna get it together in front of my house. All that cut, I
Yeah.
come out the door. Shut, stop all that cussing.
Huh.
Listen, I done met
They be
these
cussing
kids
like
down
sailors
here,
at each
down
other.
south, and they'll tell my son all day, "Hey, we like your mama," and he be like, "You like my mama? My mama, man,
Yeah.
my mama mean." They like, "Your mama ain't mean." That's
See, they
love.
respect. That's
Kids
yep.
They
like to be
respect
happy,
it.
Aya.
Cause I see them,
Yeah.
baby. I holler out the window real quick. Pull your pants up. Oh, I get to
That
yelling
right
at grown
there.
men and everything. Pull your pants up. I don't want to see your
But
drawers. Cause who you trying
them
to
be your
entice?
favorite people.
Because they're
If
being
you ever think
seen.
about it, the people that was the hardest on you be your favorite people. Like
Yes,
the hardest
indeed.
teachers on you, the
Yeah.
hardest counselors, but because they fighting you so hard for you. They love you. You know what I mean? They loving
Yeah.
on you in a hard way, but you know it's love. You know they want you to be good. You know what I mean? On whatever they getting on you about. So sometimes them be your best people is the ones that's really hard on you because you like, damn, she tripping on, she love us, she don't want us to get hurt.
But see, a
You know
lot of
what
these
I mean?
parents
Because
didn't get
they
raised
can
on
trip
love,
out
and
on
that's why they don't know how to raise their children on
you.
love. A lot of them didn't get raised. See, I didn't get raised on survival. I learned survival after that love left. I was raised on love. So when you ain't
Hmm.
raised on love,
Yeah.
you do parent differently. You do care differently because I'm just trying to teach my kid how to survive. Yes, me getting out in the street at 16, because I've been on my own since I was 16 when my grandmother died. My mom, she was still in prison. My daddy, I guess he felt like his job was over when granny left. You get what I'm saying? So I was out here by myself. My
Yeah.
aunties and them didn't care about nothing as long as I paid a bill. So with
Wow.
that being said, I still remember the values
Yeah.
and morals I was raised with. I was raised on love. You get what I'm saying? I fought my friend growing up, and my grandma made me go over there and apologize and hug. I'm looking like, girl, what?
Yeah.
What you mean hug her? I just whooped her tail.
Mhm.
But when you're raised on love, it's more so, okay,
It's
y'all did
different.
that. It's a disagreement. Hug her. You say that's your friend. You know what I'm saying? So, with that
Yeah.
being said, a lot of these parents ain't raised on love. So it's more so, you do this to my kid, I'm going to get you back. I'm the parent that go out there like, why y'all fighting? Why y'all doing this? This ain't
Right.
necessary. You get what I'm saying? You telling me some of y'all, like, I like to talk to the kids because when you talk to them, you'll find out some things you never even really knew. People don't communicate with the kid. That's,
Even if
they
it's
don't,
something that a kid don't want to hear, they're
right.
being seen.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
means a lot to them. So, like you say, yeah, pull your
Yeah.
pants up. Don't do that. Get
Yeah.
off the lap. You see
Right.
me,
You
especially when
see.
Mm-hmm.
people like
Yeah.
they just growing up in
Some
the
of them
world.
just doing it to be seen.
They
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
seen, right? So if you telling me
Yeah.
something I don't want to hear, something I don't necessarily like, but you see me, I'm important to you
Yeah.
Right.
because you said something to me. It's
You acknowledge that I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
acknowledgement.
You
I'm gonna
care.
peep into these comments real fast. We got Sweater Guy, she's which is my Rosebud.
Hey,
Rosemary
cuz.
Dugan. People want to complain they're not interested in results or change. She says they definitely said we could use the gym. She said
She
also
was in the meeting. She
she
know what
said
they said.
they feel like window dressing is enough, girl. That they need to stop.
For real.
And she said, "This is good, ladies. Thank you for that."
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's just things
Okay,
that need to be
Demetrius Henderson
addressed.
say, you said what, sis?
No, go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead, sis.
Demetrius Henderson said the conversation mother's supposed to have nowadays. I'm loving the dialogue. And he
For
said, my
sure.
mama the same way. Thank you. We appreciate y'all, and I appreciate y'all
Tell
for
your mama
coming
she
in here
doing a
with us,
good
man, and
job.
giving us the time in your ear. Yeah, she doing her thing.
Yeah. It's just things that need to be addressed though,
Oh, yeah.
because
We didn't
you
took
know, we
up
have a lot of
probably about,
podcasts and we have a lot of people addressing things,
yeah.
but this is my thought on it. That's why I said when I get into the podcast world, it will be the raw truth, mainly because and there go my sons coming in. Yeah, I dropped them off to help with the church people. Yeah, I dropped them off with the church people on the Saturday. Who don't my work don't never stop. Go help the church. I'm on podcast. Go ahead, praise God. But um we don't have enough, like I've talked to a couple podcasters and they'll say, well, I want to say this and I want to do this, but I ain't trying to make nobody mad. Baby, shake the room, okay?
We
Shake the
don't
room.
care
And
about
that's
y'all's
why
anger
I
because
don't
it's
I
the
don't want to
truth.
be a part of nothing
Yeah.
if I
At the
can't
end of
be
the day, you heard what we
transparent. You get what I'm saying? Because the sugar coated truth is why we got so many facades out here now. The sugar coated truth is why we can't address the core issues.
Yeah.
The issues are the leaders. The issues are the black men in the community. The issue is the politics in the community. We're not going to sit here and sugarcoat it like y'all ain't failing us and then making sure we get on there with y'all as parents. I'm on it. Where are y'all at? Because that's what I need to know. You get what I'm saying? So I'm glad that we are given a platform where we can be transparent. It's never to ruffle anybody's feather because my passion is deep.
Definitely.
I take it personal. You get what I'm saying? And when you're deep about something, you're personal and passionate about it. I don't care. I'm not here to save anybody but the kids' souls, our community. I don't care if you upset,
Exactly.
baby. Go have a glass of wine. Cheers, okay? Because
Figure
when
that out.
it's parents that's upset. It's parents that's gonna be
Yeah.
mad the rest of their life. You get what I'm saying? So you're momentarily
It's parents that's
mad, you're
angry, and that's the
temporarily
reason why
mad.
these kids angry. Learn
Yeah,
how not to
we
be
got
so mad
angry
all the
ass
time.
kids.
Learn to be
And then
slow
the
to anger
craziest
and slow
part,
to speak. Shit.
yeah, these kids is angry at an early age. It ain't just the teenagers. I done
Yeah.
seen little 10-year
Think
olds
they
like,
can
baby,
say
what is you got
anything? Look
mad
at the
about?
mamas telling them they can
And
say
it's from her.
whatever.
And it's from
You
pain.
can't say whatever to me. I don't care if
Pain,
you ain't my child.
pain. That
Ain't
pain
my
run
child or
deep
is my
too.
child. You ain't finna talk crazy.
Right.
That's the thing. And people be scared to say something to these kids because I ain't finna say nothing. You know how these kids act. Let me tell you something. I keep my chopper on me. No, I don't want to use it. I don't keep it with intentions to use it. It's for self-defense. However, if I'm teaching you something right, you choose to get
Don't
violent, we gonna
push it.
take it there. But trust me, I
Yeah.
begged and pleaded not to do this with you. They be too scared. The thing is, we can't have no fear. Y'all ain't got no fear when you walk in the club. Your life at risk then. You ain't got no fear when you at these
Right.
concerts. Your life in risk then. You ain't got no fear walking in Walmart. You good in there. So my thing is, what you scared of these kids on the street? Because the same niggas on the street is the same niggas in Walmart, at the
Same ones
concert,
there.
they at the club,
Yeah.
they everywhere. So how you scared of these same people that you gonna go have drinks with, party with, hey, two-step with?
Yeah.
You scared of these people? You scared to address this? No, baby. I'ma always be a rebel. I'ma always address all of that because I'm fighting for change. I'm fighting for a cause. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And if I got the ruffle the tail skirt
Hey,
of the mayor,
drastic change take drastic measures, you know.
you hear
When
me?
you want
And
something
that's what I'm saying.
drastic to
I've
happen, you
had
got to make a ripple, which means you got to hit that water hard for it to make a ripple that
real
somebody can
hard.
actually notice and make
Right.
I've
waves
had
see.
personal
You know?
conversations with the mayor, and she told me one day, like, you the only one that's bold enough to say this to me. I said, I probably am, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't gonna take it back. I'm saying what I gotta say because I need
You
your
just
eyes
another
open.
person like me.
You,
Yeah, you
I
just
know
another
you another
person like
person
me.
like
What
me.
I'm holding my
I ain't
tongue
forgot where
for.
you came from, sis. I know where you from. I
Yeah.
know what streets you used to be on. You get what I'm saying? You weren't on no streets different than my mama when she was smoking dope. You get what I'm saying? So we're not gonna act like we don't know whose we are and who we are and where we come from. Yeah, projects
Straight the
and
fuck
all,
up.
baby. No, I'm not from the north side, but my family are
Yeah.
from the north side. So I'm good everywhere I go. You get what I'm saying? It ain't no
Period.
side with me. If I gotta go to the south side to save some kids, I don't care about
I'm
what the
going
south
where I
side did,
want to
who they
go.
got going.
Hell
I'm at the
yeah.
south side. I'm on the north side,
Hell
east
yeah.
side, west. I don't go to the west side. No disrespect to the west side, but none of my people from over there. You get what I'm saying? My people ain't privileged to even
Right.
be at most of your schools on the west side. Let's talk about it. You feel me? Like when they did that unity in the community. What community? That's the township. Our kids can't even freely go to their school. What
We can't
community is
even
we
fuck with
unite?
y'all for
You,
real.
you get
Y'all
what I'm
gonna
saying?
make a
Don't
problem.
tell me
Yeah.
it's unity in the community when it's on this side of the bridge, and then when school starts or jobs come, our people ain't privy to it. No, my people over here on the north side, we go to the soup kitchen. We don't have the Catholic Church to help us out. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about it.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, that's where we at with it.
Period.
Yeah, I'm one of them ones. I like challenging topics. And I'm not going I'm only mad because I watch people die every day. I watch people I'm cool with cry. I watch them get on this internet
Man, who you
grieving.
telling, man?
You get what I'm saying? That
As
hurts
people
me
ask me why I
because
be so passionate about stuff, I tell them because I got probably
yeah,
over 200 obituaries, well over 200 obituaries of people that I really love to death that people just took up out of here. My father being the first one. You know what I mean? I am a child of a murder victim here in Saginaw. You know what I mean? Like, this been going on for years and years. I got sisters that, you know, my little sister Frog, she gone from somebody shooting aimlessly in the crowd and shooting her
rest
in the
in
heart.
peace
You know
to
what I mean? We
Froggy
got
Frog. Rest in
numerous
peace to
people in
her.
the family that we done lost from gun violence. Numerous friends that
Yep.
I done lost from gun violence. Almost all of my friends are dead.
Jesus.
Okay.
When I say I
Justice for
had a lot of
Brandy Booz and
friends.
Kintera. Because I've
Man,
lost
shit's
friends. Like we
crazy.
grew up together. We was
So
playing in makeup, trying to learn how to do the
why
right
you
kind
doing
of
this?
swoop
Why
in
you
our
doing
hair.
that? Why you want to talk about this on your podcast? Why you want to talk about such sensitive issues? Because you motherfuckers need to
Your
hear.
heart. Mhm.
Because it's time for
And
somebody to
then,
say something to y'all about the way that y'all carrying on and how it's affecting everybody. I plan on having victims, moms on here and everything eventually.
yeah.
Like,
And
because
that's
y'all need to
needed.
see what y'all doing to us.
Right. Because I
You know
think
what I
that's
mean?
a
These
percentage
kids,
that's
these
missing. They
women,
don't see
these
the hurt.
grandmothers, these people
Right.
that's still trying to carry on out here. Y'all killing us. With these people, y'all killing the whole community.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's why I wanted, and I thank Coach Marshall for bringing these beautiful women in so that I could meet each one of them, because they all have played a particular part in me won't even do this, and you know what I mean, having the courage to do so, and they've been encouraging and a guide and light throughout the time we've been waiting to do it. You know, coming in checking on me and me checking on them and us talking, and it's a good sisterhood. And I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all for
Yes.
coming, for
It
sticking
is.
in, and for actually carrying through with everything real. Thank you for being you, babe. I love you to
It didn't
pieces
work
because she a
last
lot
time,
like
but
me.
we used
Yeah.
to it. Come on now. We missed all this
Mr.
last
Tanya
time, but
didn't
we
make
got
it
it this
tonight.
time.
I told you I had something to say.
Yeah.
I ain't lying. And I just want to say one thing though. With us
Yes.
talking and things of that nature, anybody looking, watching, following any of this, if there's anybody, you get what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm always going to be the one to put 10 toes down. You know, don't never get my location
Sure.
confused with anything. This ain't nothing but a highway between. You get what I'm saying? I move
Right.
back and forth all the time. And I do have some things that I'm finna shock the community with here real soon. But I got to let y'all simmer in it for a minute. But if there's anyone interested in starting something for the youth, the young girls, you get what I'm saying? You know, we got
I'm
something
with
started for the young men, and I'm not saying we're not gonna get other things for the young men, but let us
you.
get something, you know, for the girls, like help got for the boys. You know what I'm saying? Let's get something. And
Yes.
shout out to Obed Thompson and his wife, because they do have some things that
Shout
go
out,
on through the
cuz.
summer. Yes, they do have some.
Yes.
His wife does some things in the community. Don't get it twisted. Just because y'all don't see me on a lot of things, I watch. I be watching, and she do have. She did have a program through the summertime where she worked with young girls, you
Yes.
know, on beautifying themselves and just self-esteem. But we need this more than the summertime. We need it summer, winter, spring, fall, all that. We need
We
that.
need it
It's not,
all year
we don't
round.
need it just a
Yeah.
certain season of the year, because every season, this is the season of saving our children. You get what I'm saying? We can't wait
Yes.
for nobody else. And everybody steady hollering about what a sports person didn't do for the community. You niggas are sitting in the community ain't doing nothing, but you think because this man went and
Every
made
day and
millions,
ain't doing
he got to
nothing.
come back and owe you something. Like I said, y'all sitting here making money every day, but y'all want Draymond, y'all want Lamar, y'all feel they owe us something. They gave what they were supposed to give. If
Don't
they
owe
never
you
give what they
shit.
say
They
about
worked
God,
hard to get
if
you
he
where they
never
at, and
do
you ain't
nothing
help.
else, he's done enough. Let's be real. He's done enough.
Yeah.
They've done enough. So my thing is, let's stop talking about what everybody else doing. Y'all waiting on people to become successful to move away to get back to y'all. Y'all sitting right in the same
While
hood
you
and won't
talking,
say
you
y'all
could
hood.
be doing
Like,
something while
shut
you
up.
talking.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
niggas
You
that
could
got
be
these
doing
30
something
inch
the whole
rims,
time you
y'all
talking.
getting these
Shit.
cold paint jobs, all you hood niggas and hood chicks that, oh, I'm balling and I'm up one and all that. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all. Y'all sitting out here with 30-inch rims, because when I was riding 26-inch rims on that Tahoe, I was still in the community doing backpack giveaways with hair rail on there, bumping through the hood with double 18s. But my hood seen me. I didn't get so high up. Yeah, I made $100,000 in the
Okay.
pandemic. I was in the hood with it though. I ain't go to Miami. I didn't go to Atlanta. I don't know them niggas.
Mm-hmm.
I know them people in Saginaw. I know them people that be at the soup kitchen. I
Period.
know them people that pull up at Shorthorn. You feel me? I know them people that be in Sheridan Park at the grocery store. You
Pop
feel
your
me?
shit,
I know
sis.
them that be at Brockway at the meat market. I know them. That's who I know. I know y'all. You feel
Period.
me? I
Period.
didn't go to no Africa
Right.
and all that with my money. I stayed right in the trenches that made me. I walked right in the dirt that I was built from. You get what I'm saying? They get this money and want to run out of town and be somebody they ain't. Go buy Brazilian hair. I got
For real.
Brazilian in too, but I'm coming to the east side and the north side. You understand me?
Okay.
With the
I
Brazilian.
bought my
Like,
Brazilian
no,
from
quit
Broadway.
talking on that. Why? Let's see what you gonna do with it. Ain't no paper shortage.
Period.
Well, show me, baby. Show me ain't no paper
Hell
shortage.
yeah.
Straight up. So that's what I'm
Well,
saying. Let's stop talking. Let's start doing. So if it's anybody
I'm
that want to
hoping
do
that
something
people
for
will
the
start to
girl,
get up and make some motion, man. For real.
yeah,
I hope
I'm
people will
with
start
it.
to get up and make some
I be
motion. I
back
hope we
and
can
forth.
inspire people to actually get up and just try to do something. I don't care if it's
Yeah.
meeting, having a bunch of parents, calling a bunch of parents and say, hey, meet me with y'all kids. We gonna have kickball
Yeah.
games every Saturday and I'm gonna feed them.
Any of
See,
that, baby. If
it
we got to
start
have
there.
tea parties
You
in
know
the
what I
living
mean? Just
room, it can
something
be done
to get them kids something to do. Yeah,
all day
give them
long.
something to do.
And
Give them
like I
something
said,
to look
it ain't
forward
nothing
to.
but a highway.
Besides
So
another
before
old
anybody get to
missionary, another
commenting and
funeral.
talk about, well, Sherelle, you don't live here. I didn't live here, and I just did a whole Easter egg hunt and everything for the community, and I ain't live there. I ain't live
Yeah,
there, and I just
sure
did a whole
did.
giveaway to some single families for the holiday, and I
Sure
didn't
did.
live there. I just did a whole giveaway,
Yep,
gave
sure
food
did.
boxes, and no, we didn't get the stuff that them people give over there in them drive-through. No, it was chicken, cabbage, Jiffy mix. You get what I'm saying? It was all that.
Yeah.
It's what we
People
eat in
leave
there,
here. People
and
leave
forget
here and they
about
say, well,
there.
fuck them motherfuckers down there and all these people, they don't need this, that, and the other. But they seem to forget there's children here too. Fuck them too. You know what I mean? Reach
Listen.
back and help the kids at
I've
least. If you don't
said
help
fuck
these
them
grown
people
motherfuckers all
40
black,
times.
but help
I
these
done said
kids.
fuck them people 100
Yeah,
times, but I've helped 110. I ain't gonna sit here and act like you don't get tired because you do get
exactly.
tired. I'm gonna be honest, it ain't for
No,
the
you
weak.
get tired, most definitely.
You do. And
Most
I done
definitely. But
said
I'm
fuck
saying help the
Saginaw so
kids
many
no matter
times. I'd be
what.
like, fuck Saginaw, they can kiss my ass. And wake up the next day, I'm doing a giveaway. And it's only for my city though. You know, it's no different
No,
than our
I know
kids.
they'll
Like I'm
run your
sick of them.
goddamn nerves to the rim.
They who baby?
Saginaw had me
Listen,
falling
these people
off
get
the
to acting
phone
like
for
I
a
owe them
second.
something. They be acting like I get benefits for them and stuff. Like, baby, I ain't getting no check for you this month. Like, you get what I'm
For
saying? They
real.
do. They make you. They have a sense of obligation. Like I'm obligated to do what I do, and so I did step back a little bit. You get what I'm saying? But when it's in you, it's just in you. You know, it's no different than our kids. We be sick and tired of them. Some days we don't like them either. Shoot, you know how many days I don't like these ugly little kids? But I love them every day of my life. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't stop me from being a
Yeah.
mother. It
You
doesn't stop
gotta
me from
have
nourishing
y'all
them,
just
giving
gotta
them what they
understand that.
need.
Start
So
looking at stuff.
when you got a passion for the
Yeah.
children and the people,
Start looking
I'm gonna
at your
say fuck
talents and your
Saginaw
gifts as
probably
not just
200 more
yours.
times,
Yeah.
but I'm still going to show up every time for my city. So don't
Mm-hmm.
never get it twisted because I'll be like, girl,
Yeah.
I ain't think about Saginaw. I do think about Saginaw. They just get on my nerves sometimes because
Right.
sometimes I'll be wanting the community to show up for me. And it does hurt my feelings because although I'm a tough cookie and I'm a shit talker, I'm a human. I'm an infant. That Virgo in me, baby.
Right.
I'll be real raw.
Still a
I'll be
human
crying
being.
like a
Yeah.
mug out here. This is the first time I got on podcast and didn't cry. Y'all better give it up to me because, baby, I cry. I cry on your ass real quick. Oh, get real.
We done got my sister going over
Yeah,
here, y'all. We done got her going over here, y'all.
for
But just,
real. It's
I'm
just,
gonna close out soon because we about to be at an hour and 30 minutes in a few minutes. So I'm trying to keep
that's,
it in
they've been
modest
waiting
time
on
of, you
us.
know, I mean, how long I think people gonna actually want to sit. But I just want to say that y'all talents and y'all gifts are called gifts for a reason. Share them with your children. Share them with your next door neighbor if you can. Share them with the people that's gonna create beauty and gonna make the things grow around them. You know, like look out for each other, love on each other, and look out for these children. Realize that there is trauma that happens in families that we don't speak about. We need to start talking about those things. We need to start addressing the hurt that's in our families as parents, as adults, period. We need to start handling those things so that we can start to help the children and break generational curses. I thank y'all both for coming in with me today. Shay, thank you too.
You.
Latanya, I understand. I know you had a lot of stuff. We'll see you
Yeah.
next week. We want to thank every last one of y'all that came and sat down and took the time to comment, to hear us out. We hope that it resonated with a lot of y'all and that y'all, took that to heart. You know what I mean? And we really need to start looking in so that we can stop some of the tragic things that's going on around here. So much tragedy going on around here. So many downhearted people right now. Y'all keep y'all head up, keep the faith, babies, and just start to do things beautiful out of that pain. Pain don't always have to be ugly. It don't always have to stay that way. Grief don't always have to be the last thing that you have. Turn those things into beautiful things. Take that hurt, take that pain, go speak to these kids about it. Go enrich these children that's coming along with it so that maybe you can save a child. Maybe you couldn't save yours, but maybe you can save another. Every child counts. Every person counts. So I'm hoping and real, we thank you for everything you do in the community.
I know that's right.
For sure, sis.
Yeah.
And sis, man, y'all gave some good points today, and I commend y'all. Y'all did an amazing job. It's a privilege and an honor to have you ladies walking beside me. And
it was a privilege to be here,
ladies. Yeah, I think we're gonna do great things. But we gonna get out of here today. But we will be back. I'm gonna try to get some videos and stuff uploaded to this forum too, so that we can play y'all some music sometimes between conversation too. So thank y'all very much, and I love y'all. And we're gonna see y'all next time.
Love you.
Bye.